Can I go to the sleepover?
I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Overtones Live is a radio show that turns into a podcast after it goes into broadcast on the air. So it starts off, again, in a recorded process with a live concert. We do continue to do some shows in the studio when we're doing specific topics. For example, we've addressed tribute to veterans. There's a lot of our local musicians who have also served this country in the U.S. military, and we kind of have discussion topics on that. We've also did some best of and collaborative shows, but in essence, what it is now and what it has come to be is a live concert experience that people can come in and watch being filmed and recorded, and then they can tune in a couple weeks later to a variety of our radio stations to hear the finished product. At that time, it becomes a podcast, and it also goes up to our YouTube channel, so it can kind of live in history forever. We are really, in essence, all about preservation. My husband and I are both graduates of the UK School of Music from a while ago, and we reconnected about 7 years ago. And out of that came an idea to start a series that would showcase all of the fantastic local musicians that reside within the state of Kentucky, and we also have acts from neighboring states as well. So we had this idea and this vision to put this together in a show called Overtones, which was initially looked at from the word overtones, which was to kind of tell the story beyond the actual song itself. So in the course of the show, you will see our artists do perform a majority of their original work. But with that comes a setup where they can describe the songwriting process that they use. We also have an interview portion where they kind of go into what music does for them. What does music do for the soul is a good question that we might ask our musicians. I think we're getting ready to go into our 5th season. And this started out in the studios of Lexington Community Radio, now known as Radio Lex. 5 years ago, when we brought in typically 4 acts at a time to record a 1-hour show. When we did have the challenge of pandemic, which came and shut down the ability for us to actually record into a small studio, this was born, this concept to change it to a live format where artists could come on a stage of a lot of local businesses here from the start. We are finding our home now here at Tipsy Cow Bar in Georgetown.
We absolutely have seen our Thursday night audience expand, and new faces every week, which is wonderful, many of whom return, for our weekend shows as well. For instance, last Thursday we had one of our busiest weeknights that we've had in months, which is wonderful, especially after COVID. Brand new faces that we've never seen before, and coming from all over Kentucky, not just in Lexington and Georgetown. So yes, it's been a really wonderful experience. Like I said, providing the music and the talent, Kentucky-wide and Georgetown-wide.
We have a theme at Overtones Live, and it's called We're Working in Concert. And that's literally what we are doing. We're working with a lot of people in concert and in a concert to bring the best of what Kentucky has to offer music fans to a broader audience. Overtones Live is on Facebook, and we are also on the YouTube channel. We have our own YouTube channel called Overtones Live. We also have a website called overtoneslive.com where you can see about upcoming acts. But I would suggest that you stay closely tuned to Overtones Live Facebook page for the most up-to-date information, where we will be having artists on Overtones Live at the Tipsy Cow.